Leafs talk, JD Bunkis, Sam McKee. The Leafs get a big W. Buddy, are you aware that the Leafs have the best home record in hockey right now?
Well, they've played every single game at home, so
Yeah.
yeah, they haven't. The furthest they've gone is Philly, so like it's
Yeah.
just they've had the most chances for sure. But yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Are you surprised by that?
I don't know. Simmer said it as I was like turning off the TV and coming
Yeah.
over to sit down with you. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like I've been pretty hard on these guys for what I think is good reason. But then he says that, and you kind of have the thought of like, maybe I'm a dick.
I gotta tell you, I'm kind of thinking we're back here. I'm
Yeah, that
kind
was
of thinking I'm starting to head towards the we're back department to
buddy,
file a claim.
that is the most weather vane Leafsy thing that you could possibly do. And you know what? I guarantee you the chat is loving that, because here's the thing. The people that watch Leafs talk, the sickos, they're definitely they're shouting the same thing. Okay, so I do want to start with this though, in terms of the we're back department, right?
Yeah.
It was nice to watch the Leafs be a bigger team and
Uh-huh.
feel like the bigger team throughout the course of 60 minutes.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with Dakota Joshua and Nick Watt tonight. I think is
Mhm.
that's why you're probably feeling that.
Well,
Bobby
and
McMann
Tavares,
was
I just felt like this. Okay, if you want to do like wild overreactions,
yeah, I do.
somehow Scott Lawton made the lines work.
Totally.
Like,
I
is Scott
actually
Lawton the
yeah,
MVP?
he is officially the straw that stirs the
Yeah,
drink. I don't know. It just everything really seemed to slot perfectly into place the second he returned to the lineup. And
totally.
rem-
Even
and
when
rem-
I saw the lines, I was like,
yeah,
I kind of
right.
like these.
And remember how we were kind of lamenting that we're like, Scott Lawton gets hurt and the whole thing gets thrown into a
Mhm.
blender. What's going on?
Right.
Well, it turns out, like, I don't know, maybe that was the case. I don't know. I thought himself had a lot of jump tonight. I thought early he really had a lot of jump, maybe faded as the game went away.
Mm.
But like, yeah, it just really felt like for the first time, because I think a lot of the conversation about this year with it when you're changing the DNA and talking
Mhm.
about having more forwards, I think this is the first game that I watched and I was like, okay, they do have a bit of depth here.
Completely agree.
All these lines do feel like they can contribute a little bit. You
Dude,
know, it
every
just
line that came over the boards tonight, it felt like they were actually doing something, and you weren't like, of course, the big three end up being the ones with the
yeah.
goals, right? Like it's
Maccelli,
Matt.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. 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 So no, well, actually he does get the game winner because of
Yeah,
that cheeky goal at the very end of the game. So
yeah,
yeah, obviously it mattered. But yeah, Tavares, Matthews, and Nylander drive the bus with the first three goals. But overall, throughout the game, like this actually felt a little bit more like last season, from the standpoint where you look at the shot counter and you're saying, yeah, I don't care what the numbers say about this hockey
mhm,
game. The Leafs were the better team from start to finish. I thought that they came out engaged. On my show on, what was it, Tuesday, I said that they got 5 games in 10 days, or 6 games in 10 days.
yep, a lot of
And
hockey.
this is going to be kind of a weird turning point, because they had that dog effort through the first 2 periods of the last game with that incredible finish where they played high intensity hockey. And you
Mhm.
and I talked about this, that it was going to be kind of important tonight to see if they were going to come out with some jump. And I was impressed. And then a bad goal goes against them early and they still kind of stuck with it. They played the formula. All 4 lines contributed. The big guys scored. Goaltender made some big saves, let in an awful one, but
Yeah.
overall was pretty good in the hockey game. I think that this was their best win of the season, honestly.
Yeah, I think if I'm judging it by what game I enjoyed watching the most so far this season, I
Mhm.
think this is an easy number one, right?
Yeah.
Like in terms of them looking good and me being convinced that like they're not going to be a bubble playoff team, that they're actually a team that, will solidly be in the playoff picture. This is what it kind of looks like.
Buddy, bubble playoff team. I was texting you during the first 2 periods of the
Yeah.
last game talking
Yeah.
about the
McKenna.
lottery and
Yeah.
McKenna.
Yeah. Well, the pick they traded is top 5 protected, thank
Yeah,
God.
thank
So,
God.
but
Yeah,
no,
you could have another Tyler Seguin on your hands. Like,
yeah,
that couldn't happen.
I just yeah, I think that what you said there is it's well said. I think you're just kind of feeling a bit of a no, I'm not going to go that far. I was just going to say a little bit of a breath of relief, like a touch.
No, you are.
Like that is that a fair? Am I okay to say that
Buddy,
at this
okay.
point? It just seems like a little bit of relief watching tonight because of what we watched those 2 other
Yep.
periods. But then Craig Berube this morning said in his press conference that he wanted the game to be a continuation of what they saw in the third period. That's like one of the big things he said this morning. And his team went out and delivered that. I thought they were the more aggressive team. They're the more hungry team. And guess what? Mammoth played last night. They're on the second half of back-to-back. That's what it should look like when you're a good team. They come in here. You should take advantage of them. Hard on the forecheck, winning battles, outskating them. They should do that to them, and they did. And it's good to see. So, yeah.
I'll put it this way. Team coming off of a back-to-back or not, the Mammoth are one of the faster teams in the sport.
Yeah.
And there was definitely, when I was thinking about this game today and getting ready for it, there was a game script in my mind of, boy, what if they just look slow and get outskated and get burned in transition all night and can't get in on the forecheck, and these guys are just zipping the puck around, snapping it. That wasn't the case. The Leafs looked good. I thought that their cycle game was solid. I thought that they were good in the forecheck. I thought that they were good at digging for pucks. They limited transition opportunities in this game. Obviously, the Mammoth got a few of them. Yeah. And, Stolarz had to make some saves. But overall, to me, like, that's sort of what you thought you were signing up for at the beginning of this Leaf season, was multiple lines of forwards who could find a little bit of chemistry, a bunch of guys feeling like they're contributing, even if it's not on the score sheet.
Yeah,
the stars producing, and then one of the offensive pieces, or I guess two of the new pieces, which was like the Marner line, right? The Roy, Maccelli, and Dakota Joshua, combining for what it was essentially the game-winning goal. The depth scoring actually showing up in this one. So, no, man, obviously, I'm not going to go as far as you in terms of the we're back department, because I need to see it for a couple of games, but there's no way you're coming out of this not feeling encouraged based on what you've seen so far this season. That was, again, their best game. That was their best 60 minutes of hockey, like start to finish.
And historically, I mean, this has been the month where the Leafs rip it off, right? Where even the last couple of years, like they're showing the records of last year versus this year being the exact same through certain points of the season and the same goal differential and all those stuff, blah, blah, blah. Even though this year definitely looked way worse than last year. I'm sorry, you'll never convince me otherwise. I don't care if you think it's recency bias. Now is when they separate. Now is when it like turns into them starting to get hot and starting to move their way up the standings. And they are now, what are they, 3-0 in November? They played 3 games.
November.
Yeah. It's like, it's starting again. So I'm really hoping that this is just the start of them turning into what they've been. And it's a really nice start. So, like I thought just defensively, they're way more connected tonight. You still can't escape the Carlo grenade followed by Morgan Riley, horrible misplay for an easy tap in for one of their guys. I mean, you still can't survive that.
Just jump in there for 1 second on that play? Because I think that tonight's going to be mostly positive, right? Like you would agree that this is going to be positive talk?
Yes.
I hope a reporter asks tonight, like, what's the thought on the play there? Like, I just don't understand why Morgan Riley, like, okay, man, clearly Carlo in space. Yeah, I think you tweeted something that's totally correct. Like, once you see his back to a skater and he's like,
if there's a faster defender on him, bearing down on him with his back to the play, nightmare. It's like the percentage of something good happening there is under 5%. Like, it's just not good.
It's those probability charts where you're seeing like the 90th percentile, something bad's going to happen. But I actually thought, okay, like he at least gets to the puck and chips it around and gets it.
Well, he tries to chip it across the ice and then it gets picked off and then bang, it's in the back of your net.
But I just don't know why Morgan Riley decides to make, like, Carlos is a physical limitation, right? Like that I can understand. But for Morgan Riley to just rush behind the net there and leave his man out in front for what is like an obvious higher danger opportunity just made no sense to me in the moment. I went, that's the kind of mental mistake that I kind of need Morgan Riley to not have in.
Just check someone there. Like you're not doing it. You're not getting the guy in front of the net. You're not getting to the guy behind the net, kind of just lost. I mean, this is just kind of what this is.
I just don't think that's what you're supposed to do. I don't think that you're supposed to go fly behind the net and go get a guy who has to defy the laws of physics in order to score. So stay with your man, stay in front of the net. Anyway, one of the low moments of the game, but overall, again, positive. All right. I think
the first goal thing, how many times this year have the Leafs given up the first 7? Is that
Yeah.
the right number?
Yes.
I was gonna say it felt like every game they've played.
No, I think
but
it's 7 games in a row.
7 straight.
Yeah. 7 games in a
God,
row.
that feels correct.
It
It really
doesn't
annoys
feel
me.
correct. It
No, it
is
just like
correct.
that passes my eye test in
Yeah.
terms of watching these games. Like it just, I hate that. Like they get like it's
Yeah.
always something with this team where it doesn't matter who the coach is. Like literally all Babs said for 5 years was go to start on time.
Yeah.
That was his only coaching that he did. Start on time. They never did.
Can
Never start on time with. I think they were okay tonight in the first period,
I
but
was
they
gonna
just
say, I
always
gotta
get
defend them,
scored
though.
on first.
Yes,
Always.
that one though, that to me actually was another positive from this game, that they were going well
Yeah.
and controlling the play. I thought came out with really good jump. And, Tavares is creating, everybody's again involved. They're rolling line after line. And you just want to see, man, a team where everybody kind of plays like feels like they're connected shift to shift.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what tonight was, which was the first period. Everybody felt like they were doing a job and that they were, again, winning puck battles, having good breakouts, being a little dangerous in the offensive zone. All of it was quality. They get scored on first, and instead of them kind of going into brain fart mode, they played really well to start the second period. The only stretch of play that you didn't really like is they kind of got on their heels a little bit in the second period when they got the back-to-back penalties and gave up. The Carlo takes a penalty. They had the one that got slipped over the glass, and then there was a little stretch of play after those penalties where they didn't look very good, and the Mammoth end up tying it. But outside of that, I just thought good for them for sticking with it. Good for them for like overcoming just kind of a bad break first goal and coming back and responding the way that they did tonight. So still a positive for me.
Totally. Next positive topic. Can we do Maccelli?
Don't you think we should start with Tavares?
Sure. Like, I mean, there's awesome ceremony.
Yeah.
All-time Leaf. I talked about it today with the boys on Kipper and Bourne, but I think maybe I did it with Gunner. I don't know if I've done it with you yet. It's just so refreshing to get to just full on celebrate this guy and just enjoy him for what he is without having to measure it against an $11.5 million contract.
So nice.
Where it's just like, yeah, you know what? He may have a slump at some point but like, it's just, he's giving them so much value for what he makes. And he's an awesome, just an awesome Leaf member of the community, just, it is what he's just an amazing guy. And we get to celebrate it without being like, oh, but the 11.5, does he? It's just, I'm so happy about this. And he was awesome tonight again. He's so physical. He's so hard on pucks. It's the thing is, it's like you keep waiting for it to kind of fall off. And it's just like, no. Still just a point a game. Tavares looks exactly the same as he's looked every single year. Robo mode here. Like it's just, it's remarkable. And this goal that he scores in the third, the go-ahead goal, is vintage Johnny T. Sick hands in front of the net, catches a bouncing puck, puts it across the body, top corner. I'm just really happy about where we're at with Tavares. It's a really refreshing thing to have.
First of all, I love his dad's outfit. Just went classic Canadian dad.
Leather jacket.
Jeans, leather jacket. Yes. Poppy. Loved it. Just dad playbook.
You know what? He was like, I saw Eddie the Eagles Hall of Fame weekend outfit, and I had to copy it.
Copied it down to the letter. It's the exact same fit. I loved it. I'm like, don't be anything but other than what you are, which is just proud hockey dad. So first of all, shout out to his dad in the pregame ceremony. I love the touch of the little mini sticks that they give to the kids too.
Yeah.
But what you just said there is bang on, man. And Tavares has been awesome this season. Like he started probably more consistently. It's like him and William Nylander who have been kind of driving the bus for this team offensively and have felt like closer to what you expect from them every single night. But even the first goal, like Tavares sets that up. He draws a penalty and then he creates so that Nylander can score in front of the net. It's a delayed call and Nylander makes a nice play, scores from one knee. All night long, I just felt like Tavares was a dog on the puck and he was creating offense. He was getting to high danger areas. He was a problem. He was a load tonight. I felt like he had the rocket skates on. But the main thing you said there that I just completely agree with is it really does feel like the pressure's not off to win for the Leafs, obviously, right? Like,
no.
But the pressure feels so different with what the expectation is from Tavares. He's playing great, but yeah, I don't feel the weight of the contract. I don't think anybody does. There's a different appreciation for a guy that leaves money on the table. Like, I think it's going to be similar for Shane Bieber next year. Like, Shane Bieber has a bad start. You think Blue Jays fans are going to be crying about it? They're going to go like, hey, whatever, Shane, like you opted into a 1-year deal for the team. Like,
Yeah.
this is what happens when you give back to fan bases
Yeah.
is you get the love in return. And I think Tavares was feeling it tonight when he had that ceremony. Like, the fan base embraces him now in a different way just because of the sacrifice that he made financially.
God, if you're watching on YouTube or Sportsnet Plus, that goal that Willie
Beautiful.
scores down to a knee,
Yeah.
top corner is so sick. But
Create
yeah, I
some
just
space too, like
Yeah,
just like it looks like a good rebounder in basketball where you're reading the play and like bumping somebody to create to get to the right spot.
but like, what's Tavares up to in points now? Like, it feels like, I mean, he was, I think today,
Yeah.
Nylander and him were leading the league in even strength points.
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, you know why that is? Because they literally never score in the power play, so they got to score sometime.
Dude, that's
But
the other negative.
yeah, I mean, I don't. Again, do we have to do it every night? But
We don't
Yeah,
have to do it every night, but it's just like,
yeah, Nyes is up there too. Like, you know, if you can say something about this team, you thought that they wouldn't be able to score without Marner. They've been able to score, but God, they can't keep the puck out of their own net. That's been the other side of the issue. But yeah, it's been an awesome start to the season for John Tavares. And he clearly, I don't think will keep up this pace the entire year. It'll go down the other way. And, you know, there'll be moments where the other guys have to pick him up offensively, but it just doesn't matter. It just, it's okay. That's allowed. He makes a fraction of what he should make. Like literally, like probably half.
Yeah.
Like close to half.
It is, because we know that if he would have gone to market, someone would have paid him just about double to pry him away from the Leafs.
It's crazy.
Maybe it's not a full double, but it's at least in the ballpark of it. And GC put into the group chat, Leafs have the most goals in the NHL. I feel like that's lost in the discourse so far this year. Yeah, it is, but it's also because the play has been pretty janky and inconsistent. Yeah. And I don't feel like anybody has looked at this group and said, hey man, what an offensive juggernaut of a team they are. There's also a component in there where it's like a lot of home games and also strength of schedule. So you throw all that in the mix and you end up having that not be as big of the discourse as it would be if every single night they look like they were generating offense consistently throughout the lineup rather than having it mostly come from, like we said, those two guys.
Although every team is the exact same except the Sharks and Flames. So strength of schedule stuff to me isn't necessarily as strong this year. It's like every team has the same record. Yeah. The East, every team's the same. Like they're just Gary, like I said, Gary's wet dream. Just every team mid. Perfect.
Yeah. No, but again, like Tavares, I just thought he was flying tonight. He definitely felt his family being in the building. Yeah. He's kind of that guy, man. You know, like those games happen where he's kind of in the spotlight and he's good with it. And I'll say this too. I was actually surprised by my sentiment watching him have the award ceremony and go out there and then score the goal, because I said this on my show. I'm a little exhausted by Leafs regular season milestones. Like, I just don't care. I'm so curious to see what the Matthews passing Sundin goal chase is going to look like.
How far away is he? 10?
It's close, man.
I think it's more than 10, maybe like 15.
Yeah, but
10 or 11.
10 or 11 says, yeah. So he's getting close enough where we're going to start talking about it. And yet I don't get the sense from any fan that that's going to be some kind of, like, let's put it this way. Remember when Matt Sundin scored 500?
Yes. I remember it very well. Back room at Pizza Hut in Old Sound, Ontario, watching on a grainy TV over the right shoulder, Vesatoskala slap shot, OT winner.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So
very well.
I don't think it's going to be the same. Like, obviously,
did I say Kiprusoff or did I say Toskala?
I don't know, but it was off Kiprusoff. Yeah,
it was Kiprusoff.
And walked off the Flames.
You texted me Toskala earlier today on that on that goal, and I had that in my mind, so I'm not sure what I said.
I did
say Toskala.
Well, that's my fault, because I did say that when Stolarz let in the Sergachev goal tonight, that was Toskala-esque, and so that's why that was.
You brain me.
Yeah, that was the Toskala goal. I felt like I got thrown right back in the time machine with Vesa, and that's one of the only Leafs goalies that I never defended, him and Raycroft, the two guys where I was like, nah, not wasting my breath on these guys. I've defended a million weird goalies, including like J.S. O'Bang, Justin Fogey. The monster. But I couldn't.
What was that other Swedish goalie they had? That was the back of
Gustafsson.
Not Gustafsson. There was another one. I'll never think.
Michael Telkvist.
Yes, Telkvist. Yeah.
Come on, brother. You know I know the goalies.
Yeah.
I got that down. Telkvist was supposed to be the future in net for Sweden.
Big Schwab guy, eh?
Yeah, he was supposed to be like the takeover for Tommy Salo in net. And there was going to be like hey, finally Sweden's got a goalie. Anyway, where were we with this?
No idea. I derailed it. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, that's
just
the Matthews thing. Just how like,
oh yeah, right.
When he hits that milestone, I think people will celebrate it like if it happens at home, right? Like they're going to come on the PA and announce that he's the all-time goal leader. He'll get a reception, but my sense is that the fan base couldn't care less.
Yeah, I mean, I am surrounded by Leaf fans and have Leaf conversations every day.
Yeah,
in my entire life, and it's never been brought up to me once. So, no, like literally no one,
not a soul.
No.
Yeah. So, his goal tonight, though. We were talking about this a little bit in the preseason. Yeah, sexy.
Yes,
but it kind of feels like a bit of an adjustment to his game where like this is one of the shots that he's got in the bag as a higher primary is the one-timer.
Yeah, it's nice. And that pass from Maccelli is one of the ones that would have been in that like mixtape we all got excited about. Remember that mixtape that was flying around of Maccelli dimes from Phoenix?
Dude, when I saw the Maccelli mixtape, I was like, "Oh my god!" Like we literally got Marner.
Yeah, that was a mixtape Maccelli. That actually should be his nickname, mixtape Maccelli.
Yeah,
but that was
the mixtape.
The mixtape. That was a great pass. But yeah, like I just thought seeing him 1-1 into the top corner hard and just have him continue to look like he did in the third period against Pittsburgh. Yeah, like I mean, I keep saying like we're back department. But what really means they're back is that Matthews is back. Like if Matthews is back, they are a good team. But like if Matthews is going to be inconsistent, they're going to be inconsistent. That's kind of what it comes down to, right? Like he is the captain. He's going to should be the leading scorer. I think it's kind of falls on him.
I think that's the ceiling play.
What do you mean?
Like that? Well, I think that they have enough talent that they should be able to, like when you watch a game like tonight.
Yeah,
I think they should have enough talent where it's like they're a playoff team and that they, in a middling Eastern Conference, whereas you've gone over, there's nobody special, that the consistency of the group and some of the guys that they've added, that they should be good enough to make the playoffs. But yeah, if they're going to be a cup contender, then they're going to have, we're going to have more than just you're not appreciating how good he is on defense.
No. We need to appreciate how good he is on offense too. We need to appreciate that every single night.
No, you got to do, hey, this guy, if I'm being honest, man, I don't know. I've got my doubts as to whether or not we're ever going to see a guy that's like a Hart Trophy winner.
I think that's fair. But for the last 4 periods, he's kind of looked like that.
Yeah. Sure. I'll give you that. I'll just say that like personally, my expectations have started to lower a little bit, but in terms of them winning a Stanley Cup, if that is what everybody's still dreaming on, which you should, then you're right. He's got to be a two-way superstar where we're talking about him amongst the game's best players and not having conversations where like people in hockey are talking to me about how he's not one of the best 5 forwards on Team USA anymore. So, like that's sort of
captain of USA.
Well, yeah, they can't strip him of it. How do you do that? Like, what? You're going to strip it up before the Olympics? There's no way.
No, I'm just not going to make rude jokes, but
yeah, no, it's not going to happen. Anyway, what did you want to say about Maccelli? Because mixtape was great tonight.
Got to feel great.
Yeah.
I hope that this isn't just him getting unscratched playing against his former team, but scratch and pass is great.
Well, I was going to say that past Robertson doing the Nick Robertson thing is impossible not to ignore, man. Like it's all I thought about.
The scratch and pass. That's what that was like me after too many Molson scratch and pass. Anyways, I thought he was great. And I thought he was on the puck and I thought he was decisive with his decisions. and he was clearly horned up to play against his old team. I hope that's not just a one-night thing, because they need guys with skill in the top 6, and they planned on this guy playing in the top 6. I'm far from convinced, but he looked good tonight and scored a big goal, ends up being the winner. Made a great pass, if you're watching here, to Robertson on the power play, and I thought for sure he was going to shoot it in. Made a good stick save here. Got it down quickly there. But good night for him. Got to feel great. Good for him. Got to feel awesome.
Yeah, pass Robertson to shoot Robertson would have been sweet.
Yes. Yeah.
Would have been sweet.
Although scratch and score, that tactic may not be around anymore, because again, he was flying tonight.
Yeah.
Thought he looked awesome again. Like the trickster is really, he's got his deck of cards out, but I got the jack of diamonds. I'm pulling it out here. He's tricking me again. Yeah. If he's actually
hold on. Let's stick with Maccelli for a second here.
Okay.
I think what you said there is important context, which is he played great. You need to have it after you get scratched to show your coach that you got some fire in your belly.
Yeah.
But they did put him back in the lineup against his former team. And he's coming off of a scratch, and he's playing a team on a back-to-back.
Yeah.
And who is one of the lighter teams in the entire NHL, kind of like a perfect matchup for him to play against.
Perfect storm.
Yeah. So, God, this makes me feel like a dick, because I'm just like, but it really was the perfect storm game for Maccelli in terms of him having an impact. And I'm way more curious to see kind of how he can build off of this, and if we see that more consistently over the next few games, because I would say that my early season impressions about any player, the guy that I'm most down on has been Maccelli.
Totally. No, not even close.
Yeah.
Carlo.
Oof.
Carlo. I think
Carlo, but the difference with Carlo is that it's because you can't take out what you gave up to get him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're always going to measure it against that.
That's what I mean. Is like that's what's making it worse, is the idea that you pulled from a finite pile of assets to acquire a guy that was supposed to be how you felt watching Luke Shen with Morgan Riley, and you don't feel that way ever.
Oh, they just never replaced Luke's troops.
No.
God, Luke, he was so good.
So good.
Playoff. Oh my God. God.
Yeah.
Bring him back.
I know.
Winnipeg snapped him up and signed him.
Shen got to have quiet moments where he's like, I shouldn't take it all that money. I was already rich.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, well.
All right.
Oh, well.
Anything else from you?
So the Mammoth, like, we could talk about their jerseys, right? How do you feel about them not having their logo on their away jersey? They're just the exact same as last year.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna have some new logo, you should probably put it on your jersey for the whites.
I just think that the first jersey was so clean. Like I think that's kind of is
okay, that's fair.
The city and like the town name over the sports logo. And I'll be honest, I hate the name Mammoth.
I'm just so sick of the colors too. It's like, can we get some green or purple or something different than just black and a light blue? Feels like every team is black and blue.
I think that they obviously got screwed with the Yeti thing, right? Like the cooler company was like, everybody's gonna get confused. It's like, all right, relax. How do you not just make some kind of brand integration strategy on that one? Like, I don't know.
But I don't think Yeti is a great name for a hockey team either.
Like, but it rolls off.
Utah Yeti does. Yeah,
it rolls off the tongue. Utah Mammoth sounds lame. It's just
maybe you're right.
The Mammoth. You're like, all right, like,
but yeah. They got some good players, man. That Gunther's lethal. Like I think they're gonna be a good team, but I don't think they're this yet. Like they're had this hot start. I do think that they're still maybe a fringe playoff team. I don't know if they're necessarily gonna be this all year, but
buddy, they're Habs West.
Yeah, they are so Habs West.
Yeah,
bang on.
Habs West.
But they have all their picks and all their like good young players. They'll make a big trade, whatever. That Ryan Smith is pretty excited about the team. So
I will say, like, again, to make my second cross-sport comparison tonight, there's definitely, like, with all the picks and the young guys that they have, it's there, and like the fact that they're like a franchise that moved There's like a little OKC Thunder thing with them.
Totally.
Where they're the nerd team. People like them. The jerseys are ugly. The name is stupid. It's just the symmetry between them and the Thunder is like they got the nerd GM. It's there, man. Like they are that. I could see them being very good in a couple of years, but I don't think it's right now. Luke says, who is SGA? No, they don't have an SGA. There's no
my boy Dylan Gunther. He'll be SGA.
No,
he'll be lighting it up for Team Canada in a couple of years.
I hope so.
In the the next World Cup after this one, he'll be playing on the team.
Yeah, I do find their sweaters to be boring. The whole thing is just they blew it. Like they blew it.
It's got a different color. Anyways,
I don't like any of it outside of the Utah. So and I'm somebody who like could get nostalgic about the old Utah Jazz when they would go like the Darren Williams teams.
That's why purple would have been perfect for this team, where it's like kind of a throwback to the Jazz. And
but the purple with the Jazz was stolen from New Orleans.
Yeah. Well, it looks like somebody not to do basketball talk, but New Orleans might get stolen away too. That team reeks. Holy crap.
Good. Tough. They should get stolen away. No one watches their
Send them back to Seattle for your boy. Send them back to Seattle.
It's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late. The Thunder won. Basketball sucks.
Honey, I'm the oldest guy ever. I can't even watch it. I'm trying to watch the Raptors game. They're like beating the Bucks and can't even keep my eyes open.
No, I'll tell you right now that I've never been a fan of the freaks. Like I always root for the little guys who score.
Yeah.
Wemby's changed me, man. Like I got Wemby fever. I'm Wemby'd up. J'aime la France. Like, vive la France. Like, totally. So it's like I'm Wemby pilled, brother. Anyway, all right. Subscribe to this podcast. Leave 5 stars. Reach out anytime on Twitter and Instagram at JD Bunkis, at Sam McKee. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, do those things. What's the next game? Saturday
against the Bruins. I'm off. I think is it
right,
JB that's stepping in for you?
Yeah.
I'm heading to God's country, going up to Owen Sound for Attack versus London Knights. Can't wait.
Love it.
See my good buddy Snyder. And then I'm back on Sunday night against Carolina with Petrelli. So
beautiful.
That's the weekend plan.
Yeah. All right. Beautiful. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.